to get some rest, but I need your seed.
Why?
Well, to sleep with it.
And as you fall, Enwin is still on his feet. The rest of you fall and break all of the tables inside of the Cheshire Club. To which Bo goes, "Come on!"
Best day ever!
Group, though. He would work with the group because he likes Cass, and that would just be really, really awkward on the battlefield.
What?
I don't think that's an awkward. Perfect person to protect Cass. I
Wait,
like
what?
it. Let's go.
I'm still
I
here.
don't need protection.
I'm still here. At the...
I know you are, sweetie.
Chris,
It's okay.
shh. The adults are talking. Shh.
Oh,
One
alright.
second, buddy.
I like it. I'm gonna. What did
Chris
you think
likes
of
Cass?
I like.
Where have you been?
Ibs was a little pretentious.
This was
and
my
for
favorite.
me.
I like Bob.
Thanks, Perry.
Alright.
Appreciate it.
Are you gonna leave?
Yeah, the crew needs me.
You go, and I'm gonna stay right here.
Oh my god.
And he nods his head. And he nods his head and walks you over to the door. And sort of opens the door.
Oh man.
There was mouth stuff poison? Oh yeah.
There was mouth stuff.
That came out wrong, sorry.
Sorry. I could not laugh.
Person has died, Ryan. A little decorum,
Death
please.
due to mouth stuff. Come on. Get over it.
I'll go home
Smack
now.
him across the face. I'm like, wake up.
All right, you smack Ryan across the We're set up in these stands or floating above the water. Have never seen a ship cross the finish line, but first. And they all watch as the first thing they see is Monkey C. Written along the side of the ship, crossing and backwards. And you have crossed the finish line. Congratulations, crew. You have won the first high lock race for the briefest of seconds. Let them be. Let them love and hurt and change and tell stories and die fighting and pouring drinks and doing the right thing even though it hurts. Just let them be. We can give them that. What's going on, Indigo Chameleon audience? It's me, your good buddy Scribe, here to remind you of the fun ways that you can interact here on Indigo Chameleon, even when we're not streaming. One, we've got an amazing Discord. Come and hang out with us. We would love to have you there. You can find some inspiration if you need it. There's memes. There's even like fun ways for you to be like the first ones to know when we're looking for players for a remote one-shot or a one-shot located here at Indigo Chameleon Studios. So please come and hang out with us on the Discord. We would love to have you. We also have a merch store. Yeah, it's a chance for you, the dear viewer, to help us represent the brand a little bit. There's t-shirts, there's mugs, there's prints, there's shower curtains. So I hear one day you will be mine, shower curtain. So yeah, thank you so much for all your support. And as always, there's always a spot here at the table for you. You are the 7th player at this spot. You can use stream points by clicking that little karma right at the bottom of your screen, right where the chat is, one of those sides. You can do that and earn stream points. Every time you tune in, you help us raid, you spread the word, donate bits. That, well, I don't know about spreading the word, it'd be hard to track that, but all of those other things will help you earn stream points that you can use to help your players when they need it the most. Thank you all so much for all your support. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Thursday night. It is time for a little D&D here on Indigo Chameleon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you all so much. It's time for the Lost Isle. Woo, woo, woo. And we got some singing to do. We got a few announcements before we begin. As that really handsome guy said not too long ago, we have a Discord. Come and hang out with us there. We share memes and inspiration and obscure D&D or role-playing systems that look like a hot topic thing. Like we have it all here on the channel. I just broke Icky really early. So please hang out with us on the Discord. We also have a merch store.
Whoa. That wasn't very impressive.
We have cool stuff like that mug, that particular mug, and also cool stuff that has the channel logo on it. It helps us keep the lights on. So thank you all so much that have already bought shirts and cool things from that shop. Upcoming schedule for this week, we got lots of cool stuff coming up. Tomorrow we have part 2 of our Neverland B-team extravaganza. They're trying to rescue some players, so they're all playing new players, and so it's gonna be fun. Way less Lokatha than last week, but don't let that sway you. Please tune in to another exciting episode set in Neverland. Neverland Jailbreak. Yes, thank you, Mason. We love you, buddy. And that is Friday. We don't have anything going on Saturday, but somebody who might is Icky V. Icky V, you got going on something?
Yes. We went through the gauntlet. Our players faced the Mind Flayer. One team went through guns ablazing. The other team used some really cool logic and were able to beat it without any loss of life, either on the monster part or their team's part. So that was pretty cool. And we see what was in the mystery boxes this week for our team.
Your players use logic?
They did.
Oh,
They beat my
man.
riddles.
What's that?
I didn't even use toddler riddles this time.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Stop. Don't say wow. I saw that, Cats. No, that's awesome. Please tune in to Icky V. She has an amazing stream, and she's an awesome DM, and we're happy that she gets to play with us every Thursday. So that's on Saturday. Come tune in on Sunday. We got something going on in the Indigo Lounge. The Indigo Lounge is a special lounge on our Discord. Make sure your Discord is synced up with Twitch, but we're going to be hanging out there. We're going to turn on the cameras. We might have a couple of drinks or 7, depending on how our week went, and we're just going to hang out and talk about cool stuff and maybe play some games. We might try a little bit of, if I can figure out how to get it to work, like some Cards Against Humanity. So who knows? So tune in. I know, right? So tune in on Sunday. Make sure that you are a subscriber here on this channel, and you can come hang out with us. Oh, Moosey, I'm home. She is the cutest ever. Welcome, Moosey, I'm home. She was very excited that you were going to tune in tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and embarrass her, but you can't see because she's blue right now. So
You're welcome. Didn't take long.
Thanks.
everybody gets one.
I might take 2.
You get 2. Because you're special. But hi, welcome everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us.
Short but
Nitro
special.
may say, you shut your mouth. Moosey, I'm home. Everybody hanging out with us tonight. Indigo Gma, yes, thank you guys so much. Okay, that is, oh gosh, that's on Sunday. On Monday, we continue our one-shot set with imaginary friends. That is a lot of fun. You'll get to dive into the lore, and the entire episode is being written by an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. So it's going to be shenanigans. They are crafting an evil Chuck E. Cheese nightmare that is
Diabolical.
that they have done something with a monster that I am angry at myself for never having done before. That's how good they are. So tune in for that on Monday, and then on Tuesday tune in for the last episode of Wonder. Like the 2 years of my life, and it's this bad boy's coming to a close. So Wonder is coming to an end, and the final episode is this coming Tuesday. Massive battle, high level players, some epilogues to see where they ended up. But yeah, tune in on Tuesday for that. And then on Thursday we'll cycle back around to Lost Isle. I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for schedule. Heart-wrenching, tear-filled, massive battles, intensive combat. Wow, you edited that on the fly. Once upon a time in the Lost Isle. The Lost Isle crew actually went through some changes last week as they came upon the group decision to grant Kiara permission to grab onto what is being heralded as Excalibur. The group spent a little bit of time in recovery mode after the previous week's adventures with Mr. Tesla and exploring the afterlife. They had a delicious meal set within a breakfast place that had linoleum on the outside but was desert themed on the inside. Some even more shenanigans ensued when Texas took it upon herself. And I went back and counted between her and Turk saying the name Cheshire 9 times. And on that 8th time is when I rolled the nat 20 and they gained the god's attention. To which he approached Cass and said, hey, listen, I hear there's a job opening. And Cass has got Cheshire going for a trial run. The god of chaos has a foot set on the Lost Isle, and pretty soon much more than that. The group,
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Cass is now a Triton. I encourage you to watch the last episode as the group was wandering around and they discovered a bar they hadn't seen before. Turk, Kiara, Cass, and Texas stumbled into a bar that had music coming from it, kind of dark and smoky on the interior. It's called the Ioun Stone's Throw. And as they walk into the bar, we're actually not going to center down upon them. We're going to go and see what William's up to, as William has separated himself from the group and is going to speak to the council on the island. That includes their DM, Sai, Mordrew, and several other individuals that make up the council. So William, you head back to the council's chambers in search of Sai. He does have an office set up there, and the door is closed when you approach it.
I'll knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door. There is a few seconds that pass, and as those few seconds pass, you notice that Sai is in conversation with Mordrew, which is not uncommon. But as you enter into the space, Sai looks up at you and says, "All right, what is it?"
Just checking in.
Yes, it's been quite a while since any of you thought to deem a visit to me.
Well, we kept waiting for you to stop by, so I figure we'll do the opposite and stop by and see you.
There's no real need to, and no one's leaving the island anytime soon.
Right, exactly. No one leaves the island.
Okay, go ahead and give me a deception check right there, William.
What do I roll for sarcasm?
You don't. Is that what you're doing? You're being sarcastic right now?
I was just being sarcastic.
I would let you do a performance check in lieu of a deception if that happens to be a little bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Mike has a
let me
plus
try.
15 to
Probably
sarcasm.
not for either.
We should make a sarcasm skill.
There should be. For as much as we use it. Hold on. I was not prepared.
That's okay. But he sort of looks at you oddly as you say this. And he goes, "Oh, all right. Well, how about this? We'll meet first thing in the morning. Maybe we can arrange some sort of way for you to get off the island. What's everyone up to this evening?"
Well, more importantly, I was wanting to ask, how in tune have you been with the island?
As in tune as anyone could be. The island hasn't come to any of the meetings as of late, but will occasionally...
Did Mordrew leave, or is he still there?
No, Mordrew's in the room. Mordrew,
okay.
while Sai seems a little absent-minded, he's like looking over papers, Mordrew's staring at you hard. That insight check is not from Sai. That insight check is from Mordrew, who's trying to read between the lines.
16 is what I rolled.
16, okay. Yeah. Mordrew knows something's up, but he doesn't know the specifics. He's having a hard time sort of reading the sarcastic exterior.
Gotcha. Do I notice that he's staring at me, or is he just in the room as his normal? That's all he does.
Yeah, my bro, he is not gonna hide it. That's kind of his MO. Like,
Shtick. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Mordrew, he's wearing, his dark clothing. His face a little scarred. It looks like he's got a couple of cuts in his clothing from training.
Right. So I will ask him the same question if he has been in tune with the island or noticed anything odd.
What in particular?
Have there been multiple occurrences?
Of odd occurrences on a time-traveling island.
So nothing out of the ordinary?
Everything we do, William, is out of the ordinary.
Any problem with other teams?
Other teams? How many do you think there are?
Well, we can't be the only one.
William, where's your group?
They're here. They're back at the. You know what? I'm not sure exactly where they are because I left and they were heading in a direction.
Where were they headed?
They were going out there like it's a team building thing for tonight. Yeah.
Why are you acting shaky?
Because you make people nervous.
That's the greatest compliment you've ever given me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
It's my pleasure.
Fine. He looks over at Sai, and Sai's kind of busy doing stuff, and Mordrew coughs, and Sai puts his papers down and looks at you and says, all right, then. So, first thing in the morning, a meeting about getting you off the island. No, there's nothing odd about the island as of yet. Would you like company? This evening.
Sure. By all means, would not have you not come along.
Can you act like a person? If you don't want me there, you could just say, "Hey, I don't want you there, Sai. Like, we don't want that." But if you would like me there, I'd be happy to go and
No. Genuinely, yes.
Yes, let's go get a few drinks.
With things, yes.
What's the name of this bar that we're headed to?
I don't know, some run of the mill. I think one of the Ioun bars. You know how there's like a
Mordrew, who is very well put together, who is holding his sword at his side, drops his sword. Sai, as quick as you can, jumps over the desk and stands in front of you. He is not going to be aggressive towards you, but he is going to get as close as he can to you without it being uncomfortable and say, "The Ioun what?"
Is this the dancing part?
The Ioun what?
I don't know. It's one of the places.
Mordrew shoves past you. He shoulder checks you into the wall a little bit. It's a boom as he goes running out of the room. And you hear Sai call out.
Is he upset I didn't invite him?
You hear Sai yell out, "Don't let her sing!" As Mordrew goes tearing out of the room.
Don't let who sing?
You're going to the Bard's Bar.
Okay, the Bard's Bar.
Yes.
Right? And who's not supposed to sing?
She is not supposed to sing.
Who's she?
The
What's
Bard.
she?
Let's go.
The Bard? Wait, our Bard? Our Bard.
No, your Bard is a Bard. She is the Bard. And he walks out of the bar. He walks out of the office and he's at a clip. He's like, "You can walk with me or you can stay here."
I'm trying to catch up.
All right. And as you're walking, he says, "She is not some bard. She is the first to realize the magic inherent in song and artistry. There was always a first, and she was it."
Okay, so why is this bad?
Because she's very powerful, and she only reveals herself to those she chooses to reveal herself to. You know how everyone else here built their shop on the island? Built their store, built their homes? The island decided to build itself around her.
Wait, what?
It's time to introduce you to your aunt, William. And he goes running off.
What? You can't just say that and run off.
Yes, I can.
Get back here.
Try to cast a spell on me. See what happens.
That's not fair.
And he goes running off, tearing
I'll
off
go
the
running
cliff.
after him.
Let's catch up with the group. Heroes, you find yourselves in a smoky bar. Cass has excused herself for the time being, but yeah, there's open spots sporadically around the bar. You see a few patrons that are engaged in quiet conversation. There's nobody singing, but I'll tell you what. Give me perception checks. Let me know what you're looking for, and I'll give you some aspects of the bar. Texas, Kiara, and Turk currently are the ones that I'm looking at. So give me perception checks and let me know what you'd be looking at as you walk into this place for the first time.
I'm perception is only a 14 for me. I'm looking at musical components. Obviously, there's not somebody singing right now, but if there are people waiting to sing,
Okay.
if there's a piano in the corner, anything, musical components of the bar.
Okay, with a 14, you would notice a stage. The bar is built as such. When you walk into the bar, the first thing you notice is a coat check off to the side, which denotes a certain time period in and of itself. Following that, there's a bar immediately off to your left. Okay. There is also tables and chairs set up centered around this stage that's against the same wall that the bar is on. Okay. The stage is a round platform. Think the quintessential stage you'd love to see like Cabaret performed on. Okay. There's a lone, what looks to be a 1940s, 1950s microphone. Like one of the metal ones that you could remove from the stand and then put back on. There doesn't appear to be a band, but you can hear soft music, which seems to be coming from the red curtains behind the microphone. Okay, of just a soft ambient piano, guitar. It sounds like a full ensemble. Okay, Kiara, what about you? What are you looking for?
Hold on, I'm waiting for my D&D Beyond sheet to load.
Sure, Turk.
Sweet time.
Turk, what are you looking for, buddy? Are you looking for anything as you walk in?
+8 to my perception.
Yeah.
That's 12.
Okay.
So I'm rolling typically well for the night.
Yeah.
He's just looking around. He's looking for a place to relax and have fun and just enjoy himself tonight. He needs to unwind.
Yeah, okay. I'll say this. You notice a little bit more of the layout. While you have these tables and chairs set up, along the back wall, away from the stage, you see these booths. You know what I mean? Red velvet cushions. It looks like a very unique like wooden top. These look like the kind of seats or cushions that you would melt into. That it would be hard to leave. Like cuddled up inside. But you find a group of individuals that are getting up from their particular booth, and doesn't look like anybody's making a mad dash for it. So, Turk, I'll say this: you move over to that booth to kind of snag it, and there's enough room for the entire party to sit at one of these tables.
Now, did I hear that Cass is not with us right at this moment?
Cass made a beeline straight for the bathrooms, which are a little ways past the coat check on your right-hand side, right when you walk in.
Well, I'm going to reach out my arms to both Texas and Kiara.
Okay.
And lead them over to the table that just became vacant.
Okay. So Turk leads you guys over to a little booth and things of that sort. Kiara.
Okay, so I shouldn't have worried. It was an 18-8, so 26. I forgot my perceptions in +8.
Sure.
I just want to kind of look at the makeup of the crowd, like if that makes sense. Like, is there groups? Is there like couples? Is there singles?
Okay.
Like,
Okay. What time of night is it? How about this? Would it have been somewhat late when you guys came in? 8, 9, 10? You guys had
If I remember correctly,
yeah.
it was something like mid-evening.
Mid-evening.
Yeah, like
okay.
7-ish.
Right now, the crowd that's coming in, and I say this with all sincerity because you are on a place that travels through time, lots of different individuals. It's an eclectic group. Not only is it an eclectic group, but it's individuals, some of which you have never seen before. Everybody has personality to their character. A lot of the tables, you look and see that the light is different for some of the tables. And sure enough, as you're studying this, you notice that there is a candle on the table, and the candle is a glass container which looks like a flower. when the candle is unfurled. But you watch as an individual takes one of the petals of the metal candle holder and puts one of the petals up, and you see that the light dims way more than it should for just a little tiny metal petal covering this particular candle, almost as if you could control, like, I want to be around people, I want a private conversation, I want to enjoy the ambiance. It looks like this very intricate magic centered around these candles on the table with the metal candle holder. Okay. You see a bartender that looks, he's a couple of odd people of interest. There's a bartender who looks to be an older elvish man. He is wearing blue jeans, a white shirt, and a black leather jacket. He's got salt and pepper gray hair that's kind of pulled back. He's got a bit of a gut on him, but he's got a smile that lights up, some pretty bright baby blues. There is a woman that looks dressed rather plainly. She's wearing a simple black skirt that comes down to a little bit like below the knee. Brown hair that's tied with a little blue bandana in the hair. And she's wearing a black tank top. And she's going around and seems she's removing empties from tables. The other woman is glad-handing. Blonde bombshell wearing a red sequin dress that seems to light up as any sort of light within the bar catches it. It sends these sparkles or glimmers of light shining all around the bar. And she moves from table to table, and it looks like she bends down and she gives the appropriate like kisses on the air kisses around the cheek and is shaking hands and things of that sort. But those are the characters of interest that you notice as you make your way into the bar. The other character you notice is a beautiful woman in that is a Triton. She's very striking, and she looks exactly like Cass. Like the facial features are all the same, but she is walking towards you all at the booth.
Cass is gonna sit down, slide into the booth, and say, "Hey, scooch over."
Have you done something to your face?
Yeah. It's just a thing.
Wait.
It'll go away soon.
It's you
Kind of.
though. Because I mean, so far there's like 2 of you, and there might be more, and so I'm just checking. Is this like you, or
Just the one tonight, I'm afraid. But
It's you, isn't it?
Right. Come on.
what happened?
And Castle Scoochen. Hey, so Turk, do you remember when you and Texas decided to scream the name of a deity not from this plane over at the breakfast place, and then
Are you
he
talking about
talked to you in your head when you were a big lump of maple syrup? Remember that?
You mean Cheshire?
The very one and the only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and do you remember earlier in the night how when I
that Cheshire was a deity?
Okay, first of all, we weren't screaming.
And then do you remember how earlier in the night when I was tripping, well, when I was drunk and falling and anyway, and I couldn't heal myself?
Yeah.
Remember that? So as it turns out, I got cut off, and I don't just mean by the bartender.
What do you mean cut off?
So I couldn't have any magic, couldn't have any spells, couldn't heal myself, couldn't heal any of you, couldn't do anything, I got excommunicated. I think.
Cass, this is a great line if I've ever heard one. As Cass says the words excommunicated, all of your eyes dart to the front door that opens into the bar. As you see Mordrew and Sai and William like running into the bar, like William trailing behind, like William's trailing behind. Sai seems fine, and Mordrew walks into the bar. Now, as Mordrew walks into the bar, you would see this, William, a tiny mote of light leads these little like chandeliers that are kind of up in the sky. One of the little lights from the chandeliers zips forward and imposes itself right in front of Mordrew's face. What's up, big guy? And Mordrew's like, listen, we do not have time for this. They are not allowed. No, they're allowed in. And they're going to come in. And Mordrew looks at him, and there's a brief second while he stares this pixie down. And then Mordrew is shrunk down. As the pixie looks at him, Mordrew is shrunk down, 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 down. To pixie size, the chandelier streams forward, picks up Mordrew, and tosses him out of the bar.
Okay.
I like
This
this.
is my new
place.
best friend. It's new bestie.
Sai walks forward, and as he does, the woman in red interposes herself. She goes, Sai, sweetie, I thought we talked about this. You're not allowed in here. You had a disagreement with the lady of the house, and the house always wins. So I'm going to ask you to politely leave before my friends escort you like they did your little lapdog. And Sai looks at her and says, I think there's been a misunderstanding. If we could just have a moment to, and she puts a hand up, and she kisses her finger, and she puts it to Sai's lips. And she goes, I'm done talking. If you say one more word, then you will be the one in breach of the agreement. And Sai looks over at you, William, and goes to say something, and she goes, up. And he looks at you and walks out of the bar.
I'm so getting in trouble for this.
You see your friends all sitting at a little booth at the back of the bar.
Did the little pixie leave?
Yeah, Pixie floats back up to the ceiling.
I'll nod to the pixie if I see it or not.
Yeah, you hear a little sending in your head like, it's not the same voice that you heard, but you hear, hey, forget about it, all right?
Oh, that puts a big smile on my face.
Yeah.
I'll go over to my friends and
If anybody messes
you
with
guys
you,
see that?
and you hear another little voice, like anybody messes with you, you just yell out for Vinny, and we're gonna send somebody over to take care of it. We're gonna break the kneecaps, all right?
I have no response.
All right, good.
Just a big grin on my face.
Cool. Yeah, you head over to the bar. All right, you head over to the little booth. You see all your friends kind of sitting down and relaxing.
Did you guys see that?
Did we see that?
You did. You saw that whole interaction take place. You've never seen Mordrew put down like that because you know his sword is anti-magic. You know, like you've never seen him manhandled in that particular way.
So what was that all about? I'm kind of liking this place.
I have no idea, but that was awesome.
Not gonna lie, I loved seeing him get yeeted out of here by a chandelier. If I can keep that memory forever, I'm going to.
Chandelier yoting system.
While you guys are talking, you notice that a few individuals are hurriedly running to the bar. Because the woman in red is standing on the stage and she's got her head poked in through the curtains behind the stage and she's talking with somebody, which is a signal to the rest of the people that something's about to take place. So people are doing like last minute drinks before the show starts.
All right, I'll nudge my. I think that's my aunt.
Really?
Your aunt?
I don't know. But Sai
Someone
said,
here is your aunt or that woman?
I
'Cause
think
she
that's
looks young enough to be your sister.
I think that's my aunt.
Okay.
I don't know. I just
think
got the
it's real
news
cool.
from Sai. So that could be
Oh,
her,
gosh.
maybe her, I don't know.
So you don't actually know her? You're
No.
just hypothesizing here.
I didn't even know I had an aunt.
Surprise, I guess.
Maybe you
Yeah.
should go talk to her?
Oh.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
we should
walk
all
over
go
to
say
the
hi.
stage.
Perhaps we should get drinks before the show starts.
Yes,
Like,
nope, that's the better idea.
show
Let's
is
do it.
fun.
Drinks. Yeah.
So
Let's go.
what is the seating arrangement around the table? I need to know what's going on.
I need a marching order. I need a seating arrangement.
How about this? While you guys figure out seating arrangement, who's going up to the bar to get drinks?
Well,
I
it's going to
imagine the
be
seating order will
William or
change when we get back.
Cass because William or Cass was on
The
the
last
end.
people in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William, you're gonna head up to the bar?
Yeah, I'll just take drink orders. Drink. What? Flavors? You?
Something sweet.
Sweet.
I'm headed
Sweet.
to the
Not
stage,
sweet.
so I will be happy to shout whiskey over my shoulder as I walk towards the stage.
All right.
All right.
Not yucky. And she'll walk away.
Okay, so I got a sweet, not yucky, whiskey.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah. Whiskey's good.
Whiskey, sweet,
Make
and
me a
not
double.
yucky. Got it. Double. Okay, double.
This is exactly what
Not
it's like
sweet.
to buy drinks for
Yucky.
friends at a bar. Like this
Absolutely.
is like two people know exactly what they want. Everybody else is like, give me some sweet. Like not
Something
gross.
that's not yucky. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anything. Just whatever.
All
No
right.
beer, no whiskey, no bourbon.
Wait,
Just
hold
nothing
on.
yucky.
No-
All the good stuff.
Okay,
Just
hold on. I'm gonna write this down.
All right, William, you're gonna head up to the bar. As Texas, you kind of beeline for the stage. The woman is not, like I said, it's almost like she's got her head stuck behind you see her backside. Her hips are swaying a little bit. She's talking to these individuals back behind there.
It just sounds like she's in the middle of a conversation. I don't want to interrupt and be rude. I'm gonna wait.
Oh,
for
now
the
you don't
end
want
of
to
the-
interrupt.
No, she's talking quietly. She's give me a perception check if you're trying to
Okay.
eavesdrop in.
Well,
Like,
not really. I mean, if I
No.
overhear something, I
Yeah,
overhear
yeah.
something. But it's really about waiting for a pause in the conversation.
yeah.
17 perception.
Okay, you would hear there's a group of newbies too that are gonna need to see what you can do. One of them's got a little bit of sadness to him, so go grab the blue binder in the back, and then she's like, I got a feeling about the one that came in and it's got the cowboy hat on. What? And then as she says that, she kind of turns around and she's like, hi.
Hey.
You're a little anxious, aren't you?
Oh, I was gonna ask you about. See that guy over there? I'm pointing to William.
She will bend down a little bit and help you up on the stage.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. As you come up, the audience looks for a second and she goes, "Calm down, you animals," and just sort of waves them down. And she goes, "Yes, the gentleman in the back."
Yeah. Are you two related? We were told that you were related.
She looks very confused for a second and looks over at William and she goes, "Honey, I don't think so. He'd have to be a lot prettier."
I just love family reunions. I just had to check. I mean,
No. I mean, it's no offense to him if that's your.
oh, he was told that you were his aunt.
Oh,
Oh, that's different, isn't it?
oh, that's good. No,
Oh, was he?
no, we're not related, but I thank you for letting me know.
Okay, I feel like there's more to the
This
story
can't
here.
be
I want to
good.
know more about this.
I'm sure we will. Music has a way of bringing people together and unraveling secrets. So, let's.
I found the same.
Are you new to the bar?
Oh yeah, this is my first time here.
Okay, why don't you go up to the bartender and tell him Lily sent you? All right.
Okay, someone else he's actually getting a drink for me.
All right.
But is this about a second drink? Because I wouldn't say no to that.
She gives you this haunting laugh, but she puts a hand up, and it's a very starlet move, almost like she's trying to brace herself. And she goes, yes, use it for your second drink.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to meet you, Lily. I'm Texas.
Texas, it's a pleasure. And she will kind of appraise you a little bit, look you up and down, and she'll go, "You're gonna get along just fine."
I'm assuming that you own this establishment or you're like management or something. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend. I just.
No, I just work here.
Okay.
But speaking of which, and she kind of gestures for you to get off the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to sing?
She goes, "I don't sing," and goes over to the microphone.
Jump off the stage.
Yeah, as you jump off the stage, I'm imagining you're gonna stand like right there. Like,
Oh yeah, I want to hear what's going on before I go get my drink.
William, you going up to grab drinks?
Yes.
Hey there, brother. How can I help you?
All right. Okay, so I need a sweet,
A
a not yucky, which is not beer, not whiskey, not something other. So she said a couple things, but not yucky.
A love me
Then
tender.
I need a whiskey
All right.
and a double whiskey,
Double whiskey.
and I'll take a water.
Sounds good to me. You care on what the sweet stuff tastes like?
It's not for me, so I don't care.
Oh, all right. Sure. I'll mix you up something good. And very quickly, while he's talking to you, you see the bottles moving of their own accord behind him. They're all just sort of like dancing to the lilt of his voice, and they're shaking a little bit, almost in like the midpoint, like their hips are shaking just a little tiny bit. Yeah, you get a couple of whiskeys. Give me a D100, sweet and taste good.
You want me to roll it?
No, you get in the water.
Okay.
I got
That's
a
a
5.
44.
We got a 5. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. It's gonna send you an orange-looking drink. Okay, for the 5, he's like, this one right here, I'm gonna call a little jailhouse rock for you. All right, gets the job done. And for the sweet one, what was your 35?
44.
44. And he goes, oh, this is great. He gives you a glass with a really black liquid in it, okay? But inside the black liquid is what looks like stars, okay? It's like these little like sparkles, but it's like, he goes, yeah, this will get the job done.
There's something about drinking a drink off of a random rolled table that really appeals to me.
The thing is, Icky B knows this table. And he goes, hey, drinks are free, but we accept tips here.
You heard the man, William. Tip him.
Whoa. Why don't you just... Of course I'll tip him.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money I got him. I'll put a 20 on the counter.
Hey, man, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, okay then.
Yeah.
See you in a few, because I'm sure they're going to be quick with these.
All right. Looking forward to it. And you take the tray of drinks back to the booth. William distributes the drinks. Texas hasn't come back yet. She's kind of looking up at the stage with this like childlike awe and wonder. She knows something's going to happen, and she goes. The woman in red grabs the microphone, and it comes on with this auditory pop. And she goes, hi, everybody. You guys having a great night tonight? And the crowd just kind of claps because they've played this game before. And she goes, oh, come on. You can do better than that. Who's having a great night tonight? And then the crowd erupts and you get the game. Like everybody's supposed to, yeah. She goes, well, we got some newcomers to the bar tonight. And I'm sure we're going to have to make them sing for their supper. And everybody gives polite chuckles around the bar. But you did not come here to listen to me. You came here to listen to the lady sing. And as she says that, the woman that's going around taking drinks off of the tables, wearing the black tank top and the skirt, takes the blue bandana that has been tied around her head and takes it off and kind of puts her hair up. And she comes over to the microphone and she goes, take it away, Elizabeth. And Elizabeth comes over to the microphone. Elizabeth starts to sing. And immediately, as Elizabeth talks into the microphone, the world stops. There's something about a performance. We rarely talk about it here, about the magic in a bard's song, of where that comes from. For many of them, many bards can grant inspiration, but there is a magic inherent in music. And this woman, when she starts to sing, you feel it. It's how every time Texas starts to sing, you feel empowered to be able to make that saving throw or make that attack land, not because of the way Texas is singing or the words Texas is singing, but her belief in you. She believes in you. Texas is there at your side. Through every fight, through every attack, Texas is there. And Texas' belief in you is what gives her the magic to sing and perform the amazing things that she is able to do. And as this woman sings, Texas, you are inspired. Fundamentally in your soul, in the core of your being, because this woman is tapping into the magic that all bards are very familiar with, and it's hard to put into words. The breathlessness before the microphone cuts in. The way the lights hit, that nervousness every time right before you sing. She is that. And she grabs the microphone and begins to sing these words that float along with the music. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. And as she sings these last words, the words mad world light up alongside the bar. The words taking on form and reason as they carry out to the people around the bar. You see alongside the wall in bright red fluorescent letters, the words mad world light up. And as she continues to sing this song, it touches you. It fundamentally like reaches in and it hits you guys in that place where you realize the turmoil that you've all been through. And as the song finishes, she takes a step backwards from the mic and nobody applauds. Everybody just takes a second to acknowledge the space that they're in together. And she takes a hand outward and turns it, and the lighting changes. Those words along the back wall begin to fade, and everybody collectively in the bar takes a deep breath in and out. And then they break into applause. And she looks down at Texas and just gives a small wink in her direction. And with that, the band begins to play soft music again. And she will get down off the bar, hopping down, taking the bandana out of her hair again and tying it around her left arm. And she goes, "Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm the owner. I heard you were looking for me."
That was to Texas?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was you. I was told that his aunt was here, and
She'll hold a
I
hand.
may have gotten confused.
She'll hold a hand out, not to shake it, but just almost like a conspiratorially, like let's walk through the bar, like show me where you're seated, sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, take your hand.
Yeah.
And she is led over back to the booth. The woman who just sang makes her way through the crowd, and you see the crowd hoping that she'll come to their table or their booth, but instead she curves her way through the crowd with Texas holding her hand the entire time. And as she comes to the booth, William, you see the family resemblance to your father almost immediately in Elizabeth. It's got the same sort of sadness behind the eyes, and you think it's funny that this woman obviously has a connection to the arcane, but it's a much different connection than your father has to the arcana. Almost as if they're two sides of a coin. Okay? And she goes, welcome to the Ioun Stone's Throw. It is a pleasure to have you finally walk through those doors. I'm Elizabeth. And she goes, William, I have watched you grow up for quite some time. And she is going to actually let go of Texas's hand and extend a hand to you and bring you out from the booth so that she can give you a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rush
dude,
into it.
it's all the feels. It's all the feels, man. She gives you a hug and you have a brief glimpse of a woman that's handing you of playing a piano when you were very little, and you just sitting on the stage, sitting cross-legged, looking up at this woman play the piano and stuff like that, and her playing playing chopsticks with her, having her sit you on her lap and doing the like you immediately flash back to this memory, but now you're putting a face to an obscure memory.
Why did I forget you?
Your dad thought it best. It's kind of how things operate here at the Ioun Stone's Throw.
That doesn't make sense.
It does and it doesn't.
You're the first bard?
She looks at you and she goes, I am. I just don't like to flaunt it.
Huh. This is great. This is super cool.
She
best day ever.
She laughs warmly and hugs you again, and then she kind of turns to the group. She's got very plain features. She's very pretty in the face, but she's got this brown hair. If you saw her in a crowd, there was nothing about her that would stand out from a group of individuals walking by. But when she smiles, it's one of those smiles that takes her over her whole face, if that makes sense. She's one of those people that you meet for the first time, and when she smiles, it feels like you've known her your whole life. There's a sense of comfort that seems to go around you, almost as if this is you've been trying diluted charm person all these years, but now you're getting uncut. Okay.
Why did Mordu and Sai not want you to sing? What's up with them?
She nods and she goes, it wasn't me they didn't want to sing.
Oh, well, they just said her. I assumed it meant you.
Yeah, I think they meant her. And she's gonna nod over at Kiara, who's still got the sword with her and stuff like that. She goes, you see,
Cass is gonna put her head in her hands and just watch this conversation go down, back and forth.
She's gonna scoot into the booth. She's gonna push you guys in, and she's gonna make sure that Texas stays at her right hand side when she comes in. Texas is kind of standing out of the booth, but as she scoots in, she's gonna grab Texas's hand again and pull her in so that Texas is on the outside, like one of those people that's right on the outside. She goes, I've been around for a very long time. I had this bar established, and then my brother needed a hiding spot to put something of very important power that he needed much later. He and I don't always see eye to eye on a bunch of things, but I don't know if you can understand this, but when family calls, you answer. And she goes, so, hence the island. Isn't that right, buddy? and she taps the bar. She like reaches past and taps it. Do you guys remember your first meeting with the council? You remember the individuals at the council? Who were they?
A tree guy.
The tree guy.
A
Okay?
blue guy.
So as she taps the bar, you see Tree Guy's hand manifest out of the bar and like touch hers. Like as she puts a hand up towards the wall, Tree Guy arm comes out of the wall, like it's manifesting out of the wall, and like boom, boom, and then comes back in.
Well then. I don't remember his name. We called him Groot a lot.
You did.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Groot.
Remote high-fiving?
Yeah. She goes,
Wow.
I would love it if you all would sing for me. I think there's a magic in a song, and it'll help me get a better read on you all. I think I know, but it just gives me an insight into who you are as people. But I understand that you might have questions, so ask away. But then, if you'll permit me, this could be a safe place for you. We operate outside of council jurisdiction, which is one good thing. We've been
I'm in.
around longer. As William says, he's in. She smacks you in the arm. She's like, let me finish. La Arethel is also welcome here at any time. I'm glad to see you two finally stopped circling the wagons.
It's because I'm an idiot.
It's true. And she goes, like father, like son. And then she gives you a little shoulder rub, like a shoulder nudge.
You wouldn't have to know where he is now, would you?
I do.
I suppose you'll tell me when I need to know.
She reaches out a hand and she goes, he's gone, William. I don't believe in beating
here, or
I don't believe in beating around the bush. And she'll take your hand gently in her arms and she's like, with a little bit of joy, there's a little bit of sadness. I'm glad I found you. He is not here.
as in dead, or just in a different place?
It's complicated. It's better to say that he's passed on.
Okay. Okay.
Take whatever solace you can from that. And know that he was very proud of you.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I get it.
And
Makes sense.
She nods at you and like kind of lets go of your hands, and she goes, I know that was heavy, but I'm not gonna hide information from you. That is something that you can expect from me. If I have information, I'm going to share it. All right?
You certainly aren't the council, are you?
She looks over at Turk and like nods her head. Any other questions? No?
What happens if I stay here?
Forever? The bar closes at 2. They'd probably be a little upset. You're my nephew, but even I have to have rules.
This bar hasn't been here.
She goes, I open the bar when I'm ready to those that need it.
Do you know that your bathroom's haunted?
She goes, again?
He might be gone now, but it was a minute ago.
Who's haunting the bar?
I don't know. I don't know. A friend. I don't know. I think they might know a little
Wisdom
better.
save.
I'm just gonna eyeball Turk in Texas.
Wisdom save, Cass?
Right across my keyboard. That's a 16 plus whatever else.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
16 plus 8. Will that do it? A 24?
Nope, it does not.
Dang.
As she goes, who did it? And you're like, I don't know, they're not there anymore. And then Cass turns and she's like, the devil. The devil is in your bathroom.
Wait, Cass says that?
Cass says that, and she's like, it's the craziest, he's the most handsome looking devil you've ever seen in your entire life. And Cass, you're just like, you're taken aback by the words coming out of your mouth. And she's like,
And all he wants to do is have a good time.
and then you stop talking and you get your voice back. And she goes, okay, the devil is in the bathroom. It's not the weirdest thing.
It's Cheshire.
She goes, all right.
I was only nice. I've been nice the whole time. Pleasant and inviting.
And she goes, fair enough. She goes, we get all sorts here at the bar. That is the other thing that you should be aware of. If you use this as a place of meeting, all are welcome here. I pick no sides, which can be good and bad. But think of this as Casablanca. Fights happen. You're not restricted from using magic. The furniture will repair itself, although I can't speak much for my security team. As she looks up and you just hear in all of your minds, you're at the same time, hey, yo. And she goes, thank you. But how about this? First one of you to take the plunge tonight. As a personal favor to me, drinks free in perpetuity.
Quick
Texas, it's your first
question.
time at a karaoke bar. I mean, you gotta.
What is it, William?
Just I don't want to put a damper on anything. I just want to ask real quick. Why is she not supposed to sing, or why did they not want her to sing? What happens if she sings? What is there a risk? Is she going to be in danger, or are we in danger? Is this bar in danger? What it's disconcerting that the two of them seem real upset about her possibly singing.
Is William kind of blathering all this out loud?
But William is blathering all of this out loud. She goes,
Cass is gonna pat him on the back and just be like, "It's okay, buddy," and push his drink toward him.
What is up with you wizards and the words? It's all words. It's text. And no. Here's why they didn't want Kiara to sing for me. When you sing, when you go up in front of those lights and on that stage and bare your soul, people that are paying attention can see it. That phrase, bare your soul, it came from me. I have insight into who you are as people, the core of your being, choices and decisions that you've made. Kiara, right now, holds a lot of power. And me having insight into that power, if I were any less of a person, I could manipulate that. I don't have intentions to, but I could, as could Texas, if she wanted. She's one of mine. You do understand the power and the subtlety of suggestion, right? Charm person allows people to slide in and establish relationships. Easily ignored, but the one with the subtle power that rings out, that scares people, William. If you walk into a space, there's a chance you're going to throw a fireball at it. Texas could probably walk into the same space and convince them that they weren't even supposed to be here in the first place. Both equally destructive. Does that answer your question?
I think so. So she's not at risk herself.
No. No,
Okay.
I don't think so. And she looks over at Kiara and she's like, I hate to speak about you as if you're not sitting right here at the table with us, but...
It's okay. Well, if you're mind is at ease now, William. Texas, if you'd like, I'll go first.
Sure.
She looks over at you and she kind of raises an eyebrow and she goes, "A bard refusing to be the first one to sing."
Oh, I'm not refusing, but
Texas does not understand the concept of singing just to sing.
Cass is going to be very excited to tell her this, but Texas has never done karaoke before, so we had to come out here because it's a lot of fun, and this is going to be the best thing ever.
All right. She will scoot out of the bar, and as she does, instead of getting back in, she will lean up against the little like post that separates the two booths. Um, Kiara, before you go, she's going to lightly tap your shoulder. I wouldn't bring that on stage. Not when you're so vulnerable. So just give it to somebody you trust, but not on the stage.
Cass will reach for it.
Yeah, I'll hand it to Cass.
Okay. As you make your way towards the stage, conversations start to quiet down a little bit. As no introduction is made, as you come up to the stage, you hear the orchestra or the band behind the red curtain begin to play softly, almost as if they are reading your thoughts and anticipating what you were about to perform.
The only instrument that can be heard is an acoustic guitar.
Okay.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this task and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Time of your life flashes across the bar. This one in bright indigo colors, and the crowd begins to cheer and clap. And as you stop singing, the rest of them kind of continue going with it, as if you've spurned a massive bar sing along, because that song is meant to be sung drunkenly by a car full of people or like a room full of people. And Kiara. Texas, Cass, Turk, William. Actually, no. William, you watching Kiara perform?
Since she said that it would be exposed to all, I'm paying as much detail to every little thing I can to see if there's anything that she need to be protected from.
Okay, Turk, Cass, are you paying attention to Kiara?
Absolutely.
Texas, where are your eyes?
I'm watching Kiara.
You're watching Kiara. Okay, cool. Kiara, this song goes off without a hitch, and everything is great, and everybody like applauds. And as that happens, Kiara, you come back to the bar, you come back to the booth, and you see Elizabeth has tears in her eyes, and she goes, that was lovely, and very appropriate, and thank you so much, Kiara. I am as proud of you as I think your grandmother was. So, and she will wrap you up in a hug. It doesn't feel forced. She just wants to share in the moment of the song and stuff like that. She'll also slide you what looks to be a little like charm bracelet with a rock that's contained within the metal of like one of the charms. She's like,
Okay.
Just go show that to our barkeep, and you won't have to pay for drinks.
All right.
She looks over at the rest of the group, and she like puts her hands together evilly. She's like, "Who's next?"
Cass is all about getting Texas to go next, like to get Texas to go. Period. It doesn't matter. She's so excited for Texas to have to experience this for the first time. Texas.
I don't want to step in front of anybody else. If somebody else wants to go, I mean, they're welcome to, but if not, I'll be happy.
Texas is on the outside of the booth, right?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boink!
Can if Cass is
Slide
in
to the
arms,
left.
she's gonna try and slide her off the edge of the booth.
Oh, come on, Texas. You can't let me show you up. Miss Music.
I'll go
Challenge
there.
Sit back
accepted.
and sip her tea.
Texas goes
The
running
shade.
up.
Is there popcorn here? Because I want popcorn.
I'm gonna give Cass like a fist bump because this was the goal.
Yeah, you give her a little fist bump. Texas, I am going to make you roll a performance for this one.
Okay.
As Texas goes
I have
running
to roll
up
one
to.
afterwards or before?
You get to roll one before.
Really?
It's going to be about the band responding to your energy. Oh, that's good.
21.
Yeah, 21. Well, with the 21, you walk over. You see Texas kind of cutting her way towards the bar. And as she does, the band picks up a little bit, and they start picking up a little bit, and the lights get a little brighter, and there's almost this like concert feel to it as the music starts picking up a little bit. But as that happens, like Texas takes the stage, and the microphone automatically adjusts to her particular height, lowering down. Lowering down immediately rather than like rising up to the microphone.
All right, hi, I'm Texas. God, what am I gonna tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition, yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump into the shower and the blood stops pumping. Out on the path, the nightmare is jumping. Birds like me on job from 9 to 5. Pardon, 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. I'm just getting by with the inspirations given. I just use my mind and the lyrics seem to go free. I'm enough to drive you crazy if you let me.
And true.
I got really nervous. That was awful.
That was not
oh my
awful.
gosh.
Stop it. That was with Dolly Parton.
It's easier when I think ahead about it, or don't think ahead about it.
There is a woman near the back of the club who stands up on her table and starts screaming. It's a blonde woman who is very big old hair and stuff like that, and she just starts screaming. Bouffant hair, and she is just screaming. She's like, "Get it, girl, get it!" And just starts like yelling out. And as that happens, Texas heads back over towards the group, and she is swooped up in the arms of Elizabeth. She's like, "You represent my brand really nice. I get it." And she picks you up and gives you one of those big hugs and then like puts you back down on the ground. And then as she does, she looks back over at the group. All right.
I was watching her, not Texas. I was
Perception
watching
check.
her. Okay, the whole for the performance.
Perception
Okay.
check.
Oh, I noticed everything she did. An 8.
Nothing changed. Yeah, you were just watching her. She seems into it. Her feet were tapping to the music. She was like mouthing the words along with Texas as if she loves this song and like, but not singing loud enough to have her voice heard. But she's just kind of jamming out with Texas, stomping her feet and stuff like that to the music. And she was digging it.
Turk throws back his double back, and he kind of glances over at Cass as he scoots out of the booth and walks up to the bar and orders another double, which he immediately throws back.
Hey, brother, you might want to take it easy there.
Again, give me another one.
All right. Hang on. I'm gonna give you a little bit of liquid courage. All right, you got this. And the guy behind the bar is going to reach into that leather jacket. He's going to pull out a flask and he's going to pour some in a shot glass. This is golden liquid. You have no idea what it is. Tastes like apple pie, though.
And I throw that back, and as I start walking up onto the stage, I whisper "Surf's Up," and my armor immediately turns into a zoot suit. You know, just
Oh goodness.
sharp walking up the stage.
He looks like a cherry poppin' daddy.
You get the bass going and everything, and that beat starts, and you hearing some snapping and some clapping.
Oh no, he
Oh,
cut
you gotta
out.
push to talk. You gotta push to talk.
Oh yeah, I gotta push the button. I forgot about that whole button thing. And but they're snapping, and that bass is going, and he takes the stage and gets behind the microphone, and good luck, guys. And I apologize in advance. And I'm not going to push the button as I'm singing. Just kidding.
It was best performance ever.
Oh no. See you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, girl, why those lips blue? We're just getting started, don't you tiptoe, tiptoe. Waste time with your destiny, don't waste time with your destiny. You should be surfing with me, you should be surfing with me. Oh, you're my fantasy, you're my real D&D. But not carefully, you start living dangerously. Talk to me, Cassie. This sweet, sweet craving. Oh, we're lost in time. Let's go crazy, crazy. Yeah. I keep on hoping you'll meet her by the ocean. I'll be your ranger and you'll be my cleric. Whoa, we're lost in time. Let's go crazy, crazy. Yeah. I keep on hoping you'll meet her by the ocean. And he finishes off the song and heads back to the table.
Before you can head back to the table, the crowd erupts in applause as you see Turk by the ocean, followed by a wave, crash on the wall behind you. The words are washed away by the waters of the fluorescent light. Before you can head back to Cass, there is a beeline as the woman in the red dress with the blonde hair comes by and slips a piece of paper into your hand. She looks at you, she gives you a little quick kiss on the cheek, and she goes, just in case this Cass can't swim. And she puts a piece of paper in your hand.
And I'll take a look at the paper as I'm heading back to the table.
Sure. Yeah, it's a phone number.
I slip it in my suit pocket.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you come back to the bar and you see you see her looking at you. Elizabeth is looking at you with a quiet determination, and she kind of like looks back over at Cass as well, smiling a little
Who has
bit.
at this point sunken into the booth?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. As you sink into the booth a little bit, she looks over at William and then sort of eyes William and Cass again.
Cass, absolutely. You got to do this.
Oh, yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, no, I thought you meant something else. Okay, yeah, no, in any circumstance, Cass is getting out of this booth right now. She has to get away from this situation.
You've never
She
seen
doesn't care.
a blue sea elf look red, but this one does, which is a little odd. It's a little off-putting. As
Makes her purple.
Hold on,
makes
wait,
her
I can make this happen.
Violet,
Wait,
you're
wait,
turning violet, Violet.
There we go. Better?
Yes, much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the mic. Oh no. Okay, whatever.
You're okay.
We're going back to blue. And so Cass is gonna walk up to the stage and on the way try to shake off whatever kind of confusing feeling she got from the last song. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on inside her head, and it probably shows across her face, and she's gonna get up and probably stare down the mic a little bit. And eventually we'll look up at the audience and how long will I slide? Separate my side. I I don't believe it's bad. Slit in my throat, it's all I ever. I heard your voice through a photograph. I thought it up and I brought up the past. Once you know you can never go back, I gotta take it on the other side. Centuries of what it meant to me. A cemetery where I married the scene. Stranger things never changed my mind. I gotta take it on the other side. Take it on the other side. Take it on. Oh, take it on.
Yeah. You watch as the words "the other side" flash on the other wall, and it seems oddly appropriate based on where everybody has been the past episode. But there's a deep breath from the woman from Elizabeth, who kind of looks over at you guys and just breathes a big heavy sigh of and hugs you, Cass, as you come back. If you'll accept it. If you don't want to be touched, that's fine too. Yeah. So she kind of gives you a hug, and she goes, "That was needed, probably for me and for you.
Probably.
So thank you." And then she does a very exaggerated whoop, and like looks over at William. She goes, "What do you got, nephew? You gonna sing for us tonight?"
I can't. I don't even know what to sing. I mean, I don't even know any words to any song or anything like that. Maybe I'll just make up. No, I'm not gonna do anything. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. It's in a book. Take a look. A reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know, ways to grow. A reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book. A reading rainbow. Reading rainbow.
The wizard sang reading. There are no words that flash across the back wall, but instead a beautiful rainbow followed by a tiny butterfly flying over that rainbow. Somewhere, you don't know how you know this, William, but somewhere, somehow, across the distances, across the cosmos, LeVar Burton is like, nice.
I need that gif. I need a gif of LeVar Burton going, nice.
With that, the entire audience stands up and faces the back booth and applauds, sending a wave of adulation towards you. With that, there is a flurry of them moving over towards the bar and sending drinks. So, gang, here comes my next question. Now that you know you're drinking for free for the rest of the night, and most of you, the only person who can't get drunk is Turk, thanks to his brand new hat.
If he takes the hat off, how does that work?
Who is getting drunk tonight? Knowing that your drinks are free for the rest of the night, as people just sort of pull you off to little like corners and are offering drinks and things of that sort. They want to meet.
Kiara is going to propose that the girls all get drunk and sing Girls Just Want to Have Fun, because that sounds like a good idea.
As Cass,
this is not a disagreeable
as Cass
idea.
and Kiara start
I'm on my way to the bar to get drinks already.
As Texas, Kiara, and Cass start pulling up the lyrics on their phones, she nods at you all, and Elizabeth, as William goes off to get drinks, and she goes, "So, Turk."
Yeah.
Does your arm get tired from carrying that torch all the time? Or
Oh God. my god! Oh my god! I need to turn my camera off right now.
And Turk just goes. He's redder than his hair ever was at this point. Just bright beet red.
She's like, don't get me wrong. Love is an amazing motivator for anything. So I get it and I see it. So it's all right. Thank you. That takes a lot of guts. So and yeah. She's like, first off, I highly support the girls just want to have fun thing. I don't think there's a night that goes by here at the bar where somebody doesn't do it, and why shouldn't it be you? We also get this one particular. I'm going to give you the other warning now that you all are permanent members of the bar. You've sang for your supper. We do have one. We have all sorts that come in here. Beings of power from other places. So yes, the ghost that you ran into in the bathroom is not the only one from that particular area. There is a shirtless green one that tends to come in and every few days sings "Friends in Low Places." And I think he's referring to individuals that he worked with back in the day. So just be careful about who you talk to and share stories with and make deals with. So while you are here in the bar, okay? If a deal seems like it's too good to be true.
Like what kind of deals?
She looks over at you and kind of squints. She's like, I can't tell if you're pretending right now.
Cass is gonna sink in the chair a little.
Listen, I will tell you this. Most of the people at this table will probably jump at a good deal. So
Side eyes, Texas.
A little bit more detail on like the types of things that they could be offered or promised, so that they would know that that's not a thing to do.
She points to the bartender and she goes, immortality. She points to the blonde bombshell. She goes, fame. She points to the ceiling. I want to help people. You get what you ask for. But as a good friend of mine once said, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. But find other ways to do it. Don't talk to some of these individuals unless you are in a dire straits. That's another good one. If anybody here is feeling
So I should probably tell you guys that I think I did the thing she just said not to do, but to be fair to me, I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to do it before she said not to do it because I did it when we first got here.
No.
Drinks?
Really?
I'm going to amend my statements. We're not allowed to touch things. We're not allowed to talk to strangers, whether they be godly or not.
But
she's
Mom...
a Triton. She's a Triton right now. You know she already made a deal. We really had to have this conversation. We just wanted to know what she made it a deal for.
Who did you make a deal with, Cass?
He was very fond of chaos and he had a great big smile. It was quite beautiful, and
that
he seemed to know.
She turns around. She's like, that damn cat. And she goes,
that's what he looked like. Yeah.
That's fair. However, do you want me to make your life easier or harder?
Which is more fun?
Whoa! Wait! Whoa! You remember we just had this conversation about making deals.
Kirk is looking over at Cass with new eyes and with a little glint going on there, and
we are.
She does
Kiara,
this.
Back me up on this.
Cass, she looks at you and she says, and you can tell everybody this is your song. It might seem quite simple, but Now that it's gone, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. And Cass, I'm going to send to you the home-brewed Cleric of Song. This is a cleric of the arts that is also being extended to you regarding the power of song. It is called the Song Domain, and there is its own list of spells, but it revolves around blessing people with song and the arts, kind of similar to where a bard is, but you worship a particular deity. Your channel divinity uh, allows your group of individuals, 6 people, during a song to restore hit points as though they were experiencing a short rest.
Wow.
So you sing a song as an action, and the group can expend hit dice to heal themselves because you are singing to them. It's a very powerful ability, but it's much different from Cheshire's ability.
That it is.
Okay.
Wow.
So she goes,
Am I being courted out of curiosity?
No. Why would you think that? And she gives a wink at you, and
Oh gosh.
you hear a voice in your head being like, "All right, this bitch is encroaching on territory, and if I need to come down there, and take off my earrings and start something, then I
Will you
will."
sing? But will you sing?
I'm yes, of course I can sing.
But will you?
Yes.
I love you. Will you sing?
If that's what it's going to take.
I don't know. It feels a little tingly and interesting. Like maybe I want to look into it. Will you hate me forever if I think about it?
If you put the two of them into a sing-off.
Oh God.
Head
turn.
up towards the microphone.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I guess. Yes, absolutely.
Invasion of the body
sir?
snatchers.
She'll walk up to the stage.
I did not have anything prepared.
Welcome to the party.
What song would Cheshire sing?
Audience?
Yeah, I've got
Oh
one.
my gosh, there's so many.
Oh,
on.
yeah. All right. Oh, no, that's better. That's better.
Maysay.
Yeah, Maysay's got it.
Oh, okay, that's a different turn. I like crazy.
Oh, that's
a little
good
bit,
too.
A little bit of CeeLo.
I got this. So as Cass walks up to the microphone, she gets about halfway, and then takes on a little bit of a weird gait. As she walks up to the microphone, she starts walking with a little bit more confidence. There's so many choices. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so. And she like gestures to herself. She's like, blue. I'm crazy for trying. I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy. Cass, you hear me as I'm saying this? I'm crazy for loving. Wild magic. Everybody give me a D100.
Oh, yeah.
As everybody in the bar suffers from a burst of wild magic centered around your table. Let's do this. Somebody in the chat, give me a roll for Elizabeth. I'm just going to do this table. But everybody in the bar suffers a burst of wild magic, including the singer. William, what did you get? Just give me a D100,
Oh,
William.
13.
13. William, you need to cast the spell Confusion centered on yourself, please.
Okay.
Kiara, what did you get? D100.
90.
90. Kiara, for the next hour, your intelligence and strength are going to swap for the next hour. So
Oh,
those two
boy.
stats just go flippity flip. Okay?
My intelligence and my... Well, it's not much of a difference, but okay.
Texas.
39.
39. If you got that tree again. Oh, no. You think it's 39, and then Cheshire gives a little bump. The entire table that you're sitting at reverses in gravity as everybody around the table shoots up towards the ceiling. 30 feet in the air. Everybody's just floating. Okay? For about 6 seconds, and then I'm going to have you all make athletics checks.
Yes.
Turk. What did you get?
13.
13. You're going to cast Confusion centered on yourself. You guys don't know which way is up. And last but not least, Cass. I need two rolls,
two
please.
of them.
What
Oh,
was the
dear.
first one?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. The first one was an 89, and the second one was a 38.
An
So
89.
you're worse, Chesh.
As amazingly... wait, I'm sorry. Do you say that?
God, no. That was to you.
Okay. You become invisible for the next minute. And then what was the other one?
38.
38.
Great. As you
No.
you bow, turn invisible, and then the curtains open as Cass goes flying backwards into the band. As she's flung backwards with violent force.
Invisibly
into the
So we just see the band scatter for seemingly no reason.
Yeah, you see the band scatter. This little goblin band. Scattered to the winds. I need everybody to now give me acrobatics checks or athletics to mitigate the fall.
Oh, this is
There's
not
no
good.
way.
Kiara would like to note that this is exactly what it feels like to be a flying squid. Octopus. Sorry.
I
flying
got a
octopus.
19.
19. Yeah, you managed
19.
to land okay. Turk?
With my +5, I got a 9.
Oh.
That's okay. What about you, Texas?
12.
That's not bad. You still fall. Texas, you fall, but you managed to fall on your butt. William, you fall and you managed to do the hero 3-point landing. Kiara?
15.
Yeah, you managed to fall. You kind of land on your butt as well. Turk is the only one to wipe out, which is funny being that he's a surfer. However, Turk...
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't?
I went straight back into that drum set. But go ahead. Sorry.
You went straight back into the drum set. Turk falls to the ground, but it's okay because at the last minute, he's caught by the woman in the red dress, who happens to be walking by and makes a strength save and kind of falls. She doesn't have the strength to catch you, though, Turk, because it kind of feels like her ankle goes out. So she falls to the ground with you, and you kind of land on top of her. But it seems to mitigate the fall a little bit. And she kind of looks up at you, and she's like, we have to stop meeting like this.
Do we have to?
What? You cad!
Cass couldn't hear that.
Kiara's like,
Timing.
Kiara, that's
She felt
exactly what it is. Weak ankles, you know.
It was as soon as you said her ankle gave out, I just thought of the scene from Hercules.
Weak ankles. Yeah. She kind of sits there for a little bit, and then you hear a cough from Elizabeth, who's like, "You can get up now, Turk."
I'm sorry. I am so.
Does he have to?
Drink. I don't know. I have to offer my hand to help her up as I get up.
Yeah. You are helped up by the group. Drinks are poured. Drinks come in spades after this interaction with Cheshire, and the girls get wasted. Is that what happens here? All right.
Oh, of course.
You guys know already that Cass is a woo girl. I'm sorry. It's just fact. It is known.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and pull up the lyrics as the three
I got it.
girls. The three
Yeah, we
got
girls
it.
walk
Drink
up
like
to
fish,
the.
though, is what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I mean, she is a fish pretty much. I mean, she might be able to hold her liquor a little bit better.
Is a fish pretty much? Excuse?
She can drink like a fish, I guess. And she has.
All right, ladies, this is your show. As the bar has started to pick up and get a little raucous as the three of you walk
And,
up to the stage.
And are the girls accompanied by anybody additional?
Uh,
By another female at the table?
No.
Okay.
William, you would be in charge of the staff at this moment because you're the only one not drinking.
Cool. I'm gonna put it in my wrist pocket.
Okay. You put the sword in your wrist pocket, and she kind of looks over. She looks over at you. Actually, she's gonna do this. She is. Your aunt is gonna be like, I missed quite a few birthdays, didn't I?
Well, I won't hold you accountable for them, but
yeah.
I mean,
she's gonna hand you a couple of gems that she takes out of the apron of her the pocket in the front of her apron and hands them to you. And I'm gonna send a spell over to you that is going to manifest in your spell book. That's a little bit higher than you're able to cast, but because you have the spell components, you'll be able to cast. Okay.
okay.
She just whispers the words "Happy Birthday" to you. But no, she doesn't go up. But William, you have the sword. Ladies, whenever you're ready, however you want to start this.
I come home in the morning light. My mother says, when you gonna live your life right? Oh, mother dear, we're not the fortunate ones. And girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Phone rings in the middle of the night. My father yells, what you gonna do with your life? Oh, daddy dear, you know you're still number one. But girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. That's all they really want. Some fun. When the working day is done, oh, girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
A drunk guy in the back's like, they just wanna.
Beautiful.
Well done, ladies. As the crowd erupts in a rousing chorus of "Girls Just Want to Have Fun," the three women each get a bracelet if you didn't already have one. So each of the women now has the charm bracelet that has free drinks. As this, Chris is at the.
Wait, what? Is he? Really? Hold on. This could be so much and so very entertaining.
And
if he's
because of your drunken state, all of you can go ahead and give me another D100 for the carousing table, which
so
we have
fun.
never done in the Lost
Carousing
Isle.
table. That's a 6.
Oh,
okay, Google,
no!
define carousing.
Carousing means you are going to wake up and not know what happened last night for a certain portion of the night because you're that drunk.
For example.
44.
Okay. 1 or 2?
Both.
Got it.
Scary.
Cass, what did you get?
44.
44. Oh, God. Okay. Kiara.
58.
Okay. All right. Great. I'm going to hold on to those for later.
Oh, no.
As those are mystery mouse tools. That's a roll that we're going to use later.
No.
While you are still that special drunk where you can remember pertinent information.
That special drunk.
That special drunk. Elizabeth sits you all down and goes, with your permission, you're gonna work with me now. instead of going through the council. I know where the island is going because I can do subtle nods here and there. And one of my followers, someone that I've kept an eye on, needs a little bit of help. I'm going to send you to, if you're willing, Wyoming, of all places.
Yep, let's do it.
You are headed to what is colloquially referred to as the Wild West. 1880 to be precise. You're going to a little town known as Beth's Basin, which is ironic, being that the town has been suffering from a drought for a long time. Yes, I am the Beth they are referring to. No, please do not try to name drop me. You are going to be meeting a good friend of mine by the name of Benny. Benny is very smart and has a very big heart, but Benny is about to run into the worst luck you could possibly run into, and I don't like the way this song is going, so I'm about to change the refrain. There's nothing like a good key change to shake things up a little bit. You're going to head that way, and Turk, you need to keep an eye out because you're going to see a little bit of yourself here. All right?
Okay. What does that mean?
She goes, I don't know what's public knowledge yet and what you all have shared. So let's just say that there's somebody there that looks a lot like you.
Okay.
Okay? She nods her head. She goes, if Mordrew gives you any guff, you tell him that you're working with me now and the island. And itself. And as she says that, the form of the island, instead of a hand this time, the head will stick out above the table. And as it does, it takes a hand and like puts it up above the group. The weird sensation of these two hands manifesting out of the wall and going over it, and says, I don't think you guys ever heard it talk. But in a gravelly voice, it says, God, pets.
No, you guys cannot adopt this island. Do not even ask. Do not even. Nope. Put your hands down.
Please.
Put hands down.
I
Hands in
did the
pockets.
last
Hands in
one.
pockets. Hands in pockets.
And then
Hands in pockets.
it puts hands on pets, and as Kiara goes, but it's nature. It nods its head over at you, Kiara, and then just sort of like goes back into the wall, like almost as if it's a weird version of stone, meld with stone.
That's-
Okay.
She's real upset about not getting this pet island.
Kind of island as a pet.
I love it and squeeze it, hold it.
She goes, you have tomorrow afternoon. The island should be there. And she goes, Cass, I think Cheshire suits you for what it's worth.
Okay. I don't know. A lot of things feel real weird right now.
You're going through changes. It happens. Turn and face the strange changes. What animated movie does everybody think of when you sing that song? Shrek? Shrek for anybody else? Yeah, okay,
Yes.
cool. Cleric puberty.
So-
Yes, thank you, Mix.
Cleric puberty. So, real quick, Elizabeth, there is some baggage along with this group.
She goes, I'm aware.
Okay, it's mostly my baggage. Because from your brother, his ex-wife.
I'm aware.
Yeah. So she's mad at her daughter. Is mad at me.
I am also aware.
Heads up.
I don't leave the bar.
Glad you are, because it scares me.
I do not have the type of power, the blatant power, and I think I've mentioned this before, the sort of calling down the heavens sort of destructiveness, that is not where I operate. I operate much better on a smaller scale, understanding people, and for some individuals that works extremely well. For others, it does not. Um, she would have to sit down and listen to me for any sort of convincing on my part to have effect, and that's not something that she is planning on doing anytime soon. So, for the time being, I will operate here. I will protect the people that I need to protect, and that will be it. Now, enough. Drink, eat, sing, be merry, have fun. And she like looks over at the group and she goes, you are mine, and I will look after you. Just don't be stupid.
You had to throw that in there, didn't you?
she laughs and heads back over towards the bar. The night is filled with much.
Before I dance, can I do something real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you guys doing as the night is winding down and the girls are drinking and William is staying sober to be the designated sorter? Like, yeah.
I'm actually going to go to Cass and say, hey, can we talk just for a second?
Honestly, I'm gonna stop you because she's too drunk to have this conversation that you need to have, and you are not having fun.
Cass is going to be that jerk friend right now. She's gonna put her hand square across Kiara's face and be like, no, it's good. We can talk. Let's do it. Yeah, no, this is gonna be weird, but no, it's fine. It's cool. It's totally cool. Let's come on.
Just
What's
remember, I was against this.
Okay.
Texas, you
I'm not going to stop any of it. Go ahead.
Is
I
Texas
just wanna be
watching?
here.
Order some popcorn.
So now Texas and Kiara just.
Go ahead, Tudor.
Can we just step away from the table for just a moment?
Of course. Yeah, no. As long as you're comfortable, that's great.
Scoot the table over closer. They walk. Scoot.
Now I need to, as Turk and Cass walk away from the table, Texas and Kiara, do you follow?
I'm not saying anything. I'm staying here, but all of my attention is in that direction.
Give me a perception check, Texas, at disadvantage because you're drunk.
Well, I'm also not very good at perception. Yeah, that's a 9.
Can I roll for stealth to like scoot my chair like closer?
Not if you're scooting in a chair. If you're hiding in like the dark shadow. Turk.
I am so tempted to go invisible right now. It's not.
You are drunk. There is no way you would not be going invisible right now.
Okay, then I'm invisible.
No, her thing made her invisible.
My mandolin.
Her wild magic didn't it make her invisible?
No, that made Cass invisible. No,
that was Cass. That was Cass.
Yeah, that was just for a minute.
Okay.
Enough time to fly into the band.
Texas pops and disappears at the table.
Turk, with his 23 perception, and for the fact that he has not been able to get drunk, is probably noticed that she may have popped invisible, but he doesn't.
If I wasn't drunk, I would have made the excuse to go to the bathroom and then turned invisible and then come back out, but
Kiara is drunk, so she is going to speak directly into Turk's mind and make kissing sound.
Go ahead, Turk.
Because Kiara is now a 12-year-old little girl.
Cass, we need. Listen, the other day, when Wolf was missing and I had a little too much to drink and I kissed you when I probably shouldn't have kissed you. And
yeah.
I'm apologizing. It wasn't me. Yes, I wanted to kiss you, but I shouldn't have kissed you without
Uh-huh.
your permission, and I'm sorry for having taken advantage of my drunkenness to have done that, and I just needed to apologize. And thank you so much for all that you've done, getting Wolf back and everything, and I really want to kiss you again, but
Okay. Well, let me stop you right there because you didn't know this because you didn't ask the first time. But I don't really do that. I don't like kissing stuff. Because I tried and like a couple times and I don't like it. I don't do that stuff. And so I get it and I appreciate your apology and stuff. But yeah, no. The way that I'm supposed to explain it is that I don't experience sexual attraction to people, and therefore I need to make it clear before any kind of uh why didn't you have this conversation with me when I'm drunk? I don't remember the words because I don't Turk.
and I put my hand
Thank you, but no thank you.
and it's okay. I understand. As he feels his heart crushing, he doesn't say that out loud, but he exhibits it as much as possible in his body language. Actually changes his armor, surfs up, and it shows a breaking heart. I'm just kidding. He doesn't.
I'm gonna have to rewrite Cass's backstory to avoid that entire scene. Oh my god.
Texas, give me a con save.
17.
Okay. You go.
And-
you go.
Oh no.
But thank you for letting me know, Cassie, and okay, and I'm okay with that. We can still work together. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that.
Yeah, totally. There's nothing that was going to stop us from working together in the first place, and it has nothing to do with because you're still awesome, Turk, and I'm still your fake girlfriend to your parents, me and Texas.
Give me another con save.
That is right. Well, cool.
It's 15.
I think the rest of the table, they probably know what this was all about anyway. But shall we head back and join the party again?
It's not technically an attack, so out of nowhere there is a a bit of vomit that manifests in the space where you're, like in front of you guys, just kind of hits your boots a little bit.
Sorry.
Kai's gonna give Turk a great big ol' hug.
And I glare at Texas as I'm giving Cassie the
Well,
hug.
I'm
You
still
don't see
invisible, but I
Texas.
immediately cast
I just
prestidigitation.
come on.
You just see vomit appearing out of nowhere.
And then
'Cause-
getting cleaned up with prestidigitation.
Wait, no, are you cleaning it up with prestidigitation or are you turning it into glitter?
I didn't realize that was an option.
Yes, and
As she casts
But now
prestidigitation,
that it's
she
not-
then appears in the space because she cast a spell, and then
No, it's not concentration.
it's still a spell.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
Kiara is no longer holding concentration on talking into Turk's head, so she's now belting Rick Astley from the table.
no,
Do-do-do-do.
nope.
Yes.
Nope.
I know all the words,
Nope.
but I won't
Nope.
hurt you
Nope.
with that. So
Everybody,
Nope.
that was a very sweet conversation, and I am so proud of how Turk and Cass handled it. It makes my heart happy. May we all have been so lucky during those awkward years to have conversations like that and have them go that well. So thank you guys for handling that with the grace that you did. It makes me feel bad for what I'm about to do.
Okay, but first, as we bring her back to the table, Turk is reaching into his
Lady in red.
shirt and pulling out that piece of paper and looking at it again. Just saying.
Yeah, this is good. This is very good. Yeah, you notice the
Well,
little.
you can't be upset. You shot him down.
You notice the little hearts
Can't.
around
That's
the
not fair.
eye in Lily. You know what I mean? With the name there. So yeah. So you kind of look at the. I think it's a great way. As Turk and William head off, and Kiara, Cass, and Texas head off. William, you wake up in your bed. Everything's pretty good. Turk, you wake up in your bed. You know, you still have been looking at that phone number all night.
Is he alone in his bed?
He is alone in his bed. I don't think Turk made a move.
Wow. You don't get to ask that question.
He might be a cad, but he's still a gentleman.
Cass, you wake up in your bed, but your hands are killing you. As you look down at your hands, your knuckles are bloody. You look down and your clothes are kind of like a little like scuffed up and torn. And
First rule of Fight Club.
You actually see a text from an unknown number that says, "I'm going to effing kill you." The last thing that you hear is Cheshire being like, "Hey kiddo, I am so proud of how last night went. I have to be honest with you. I was a little worried that this wasn't going to work out, but after what I saw you do, my dude, you are a vicious little firecracker when you're backed into a corner."
Can I get insight on whether or not it's a good idea to text back new phone who dis?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay. It's a 19 plus whatever.
It doesn't matter what you rolled. It is not a good idea to text back new phone who dis to the number that just said, "I'm going to effing kill you."
Effing kill you. Oh no.
Kiara, you do not wake up in bed. You wake up bare ass naked by somebody shaking you awake, wearing the familiar uniform of the Order of the Celestial Deer, who's just waking you up and being like, "Hi, we're about to open. None of us are sure how you got in here. Can you?" We're going to assume that you don't have pants.
It's clothing optional, right? At that late at night,
hold
right?
Oh boy. I love that Kiara had her priorities in order. Coffee.
I better go to sleep at the coffee place, so when I wake up, I will have coffee.
No, I don't think I do, actually.
You don't. We have some for you. We did throw the pastries away.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to need more information about these pastries.
As you are granted clothes from the Order of the Celestial Deer, Texas, you wake up hungover.
That tracks.
How old
That
is
smile
Texas?
on your face. You can't ask a lady that.
20s?
Okay,
I can't
that's
remember.
fair.
I have to look at my notes.
There is a shape asleep in the bed next to you. Right now, the covers are pulled up, so you are not alone in your bed.
Oh. Okay, before
Brown
I say
chicken, brown
anything,
cow.
I look over to see what this person looks like.
Okay, it's hard to tell. Because they're naked from the waist up, and you can see their dark hair. It's kind of a longish dark hair.
Okay.
But their back is turned to you.
Okay, I'm getting worried about answering both when you said one or two. Okay. How much clothing do I have on?
You have very little or none. Someone can construe it as none.
All of her clothing is little.
Okay.
You've been waiting.
I got one. I got one. That's one. That's my. I got one.
Okay, I'm gonna hopefully not disturb this person with I don't want to pull the sheet off, but I want to pull whatever I have around me, close around me, and then kind of sneak around to see if I can see the face of
Sure.
this
I
person.
think as you pull the sheet off, they would naturally start to stir a little bit as you wrap your body, and turn, and you immediately recognize Mordrew as he stares at you and he goes, "I know we haven't always gotten along, but I feel more connected to you and the group now than I ever have before."
Crap.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Yep.
I have concerns.
I can still taste it.
Enemy, a person in power. You wanted both.
Frenemy.
So
Oh, gosh.
I was like, there's only one that's going to fit this bill. So that's where we're going to end tonight's episode with Mordrew in bed with Texas. Kiara, what happened with the pastries? And Cass has started a fight with somebody with bloody knuckles.
I still have the sword in the wrist pocket.
You do still have the sword in the wrist pocket. That's where we're going to...
Just so she's not worried about that.
That's where we're going to end tonight's episode because she definitely doesn't have it in a pocket.
Nope.
We're going to go raid another channel real quick. Thank you guys so much for your bravery in singing. That is a hard thing to do. But you did it very well. I love you all so much. And I'm looking forward to many more episodes set in Ioun's Stone's Throw. So Indigo Connect, we'll see you soon. And hey, thanks for getting lost with us. How I Nerd just rated with 42 viewers.
Oh no.
They missed it. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. You know what you do at the end of